Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Eisenhower $1, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. Imagine a time when the United States was emerging from a period of change. The 1960s were behind us, and the country was filled with a sense of pride and progress. The moon landing had just happened, and American ambition was soaring. In the midst of all this, a coin was born, one that would forever carry the legacy of a great American leader and symbolize the country's accomplishments. This is the story of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, had led the country through challenging times, overseeing the end of World War II and the beginning of the Cold War. He had a strong presence, both as a military leader and a statesman, and when he passed away in 1969, the U.S. Mint wanted to honor his memory with a special coin. In 1971, they released the Eisenhower dollar, a coin that would become an iconic part of American history. The design of the coin was created by Frank Gasparo, an engraver at the U.S. Mint. On the front, you'll find a portrait of Eisenhower, etched with careful attention to detail. His image is bold and dignified, capturing the essence of his leadership. It's a simple yet powerful tribute to a man who shaped American history. On the back of the coin, there's an eagle in flight, carrying an olive branch. Above it, you see the moon, a symbol of the country's victory in the space race. The design reflects both the strength of the United States and the achievements of the time. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar was produced in large quantities and struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. However, its size, larger than most other coins, made it impractical for everyday use. As a result, many of these coins were kept by collectors rather than circulated. Over time, this helped establish the coin as a collector's item. What makes the 1971 Eisenhower dollar truly special, though, is the rare version with the S mint mark. These coins were part of proof sets, made with special care and a mirror-like finish. They were not intended for regular circulation, and because they were produced in limited numbers, they became highly sought after. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. While most Eisenhower dollars are worth only a few dollars, a coin with a high grade, especially one rated MS 67 or above, can fetch a far higher price. Some of these high-grade coins have sold for incredible amounts, up to $89, $700. So, what does all this mean? The 1971 Eisenhower dollar started as just another piece of currency, but because of its design, its connection to American history, and its rarity in high grades, it has become one of the most valuable coins in the world. A simple dollar coin, yet one that can be worth tens of thousands of dollars in the right condition. If you happen to have one of these rare coins in your collection, you might just be holding a piece of history and a treasure worth far more than its face value. Top 2. The year was 1972, and the United States was at the forefront of a rapidly changing world. The Vietnam War was still casting a shadow over the country, while the excitement of the space age and the optimism of the 1960s lingered in the air. Against this backdrop, a coin was minted that would go on to become a symbol of American pride, history, and even fortune. This is the story of the 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, was a leader who embodied the spirit of post-war America. His leadership during World War II as Supreme Commander of the Allied forces in Europe had earned him widespread admiration, and his 2 terms in the White House saw significant moments in American history, from the Cold War to the early stages of the space race. After Eisenhower's passing in 1969, the U.S. Mint sought to honor him with the commemorative coin. In 1971, the Eisenhower dollar was first introduced, but the 1972 version would go on to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors alike. The design of this coin was the work of Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint. On the front of the coin, Gasparo's portrayal of Eisenhower captured the dignity and strength of a man who had led the nation through some of its most defining moments. It's a portrait of a leader who stands tall in American history, and it serves as a reminder of the man who guided the country with resolve during turbulent times. The reverse of the coin is where things get interesting. The design features an eagle in flight, carrying an olive branch, with the moon in the background. This design was directly inspired by the recent success of the Apollo 11 mission, which landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon in 1969. It's a powerful image, one that reflects both the strength of the American spirit and the country's newfound dominance in space exploration. The eagle, a symbol of American power, and the moon, a symbol of human achievement, make this coin not only a tribute to Eisenhower but also to the era in which it was minted. When the 1972 Eisenhower dollar was released, it quickly became a favorite of collectors, though it wasn't as widely circulated as other coins. Its size, a hefty 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighing 22.68 grams, made it less practical for everyday transactions, but it was nonetheless seen as a symbol of American pride and a reminder of the country's accomplishments in space and on the world stage. Minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar came in both circulation and proof versions. Most of the coins produced in 1972 were intended for circulation, but the proof coins, struck with special care and high-quality dies, became the centerpiece of many collectors' collections. These proof coins were especially prized for their flawless finish, and they are often the coins that attract the most attention and the highest bids at auctions. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar is unique for a number of reasons, but perhaps the most significant is the rarity of some of its versions. While most of the coins minted in 1972 are relatively common and have little value beyond face value, there are certain variations of the coin that have become highly sought after by numismatists. One of these rare versions is the 1972 Eisenhower dollar with a D mint mark, which was minted at the Denver Mint. In 1972, the Denver Mint produced a significant number of these coins, but a portion of them were struck with a noticeable error, a doubling of the letters on the coin's date. This error, known as the 1972 Eisenhower dollar D doubling, has become one of the most famous and highly valuable variations of the coin. It's a small detail, but to collectors, it's a significant one. The doubling of the mint mark, especially when it's clearly visible, can increase the coin's value exponentially. Coins with this error in near-perfect condition have sold for thousands of dollars, and the most pristine specimens have been known to fetch even higher prices. So, what makes the 1972 Eisenhower dollar so attractive to collectors? The answer lies in its combination of rarity, historical significance, and design. The coin was produced during a time when America was experiencing both triumph and turmoil. The Apollo program had captured the imagination of the public, and the success of the moon landing had given the nation a sense of pride. At the same time, the country was embroiled in the ongoing conflict in Vietnam, and tensions were running high. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar serves as a reminder of both the accomplishments and challenges of the time. For collectors, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar offers a tangible piece of American history. It's a coin that symbolizes the strength of the United States and the bold ambitions of the era. It's a coin that represents the space race, the fight for peace, and the legacy of a leader who helped shape the country. And for investors, it's a coin that holds the potential for significant financial return, especially if it's in excellent condition or features a rare error. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. You might be wondering just how much a 1972 Eisenhower dollar could be worth. Well, as with any collectible item, the value of the coin depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. A standard 1972 Eisenhower dollar, in average circulated condition, might only fetch a few dollars, perhaps $1 to $5 at best. However, if you have one of the rare error coins, or if you happen to possess a high-grade specimen, the value can increase significantly. In fact, the highest-grade 1972 Eisenhower dollars have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. The most famous error coins, particularly those with the D mint mark doubling, have reached prices as high as $83,700 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was originally worth just $1 could now be worth nearly $84,000 if it's in pristine condition and features a rare error. But even if your 1972 Eisenhower dollar isn't an error coin, it could still be valuable depending on its grade. Coins that are graded MS 67 or higher by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, have sold for several $1,000s, and they continue to attract strong interest from collectors and investors alike. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with an interest in history, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar holds a special place in the world of numismatics. Its connection to American history, its striking design, and the potential for high returns make it an attractive investment for anyone looking to add a piece of history to their collection. In the end, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar is more than just a coin. It's a piece of the past, a symbol of the United States during a time of great change and achievement. It represents the ambitions of a nation reaching for the stars and the legacy of a leader who helped guide it along the way. And who knows? If you happen to have one of these coins tucked away in your collection, you might just be holding a small treasure that's worth much more than its face value. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar, once just another piece of American currency, is now a rare and highly valuable collector's item, one that has the potential to change your financial future. Keep an eye out for those rare error coins, and if you're lucky enough to find one, you might just be holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 3. The year was 1974, and the United States was navigating through a period of significant transformation. The country was in the midst of a major political crisis, with the Watergate scandal consuming the headlines and President Richard Nixon facing increasing pressure. Despite these turbulent times, America remained a powerful force in the world, with its ambitions reaching far beyond its borders. During this time, the U.S. Mint released a coin that would become iconic in the world of numismatics, the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin. The Eisenhower dollar had already been introduced a few years earlier in 1971 to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. Eisenhower had led the country through some of its most defining moments, including World War II, the Korean War, and the early years of the Cold War. His leadership and legacy were undeniable, and when he passed away in 1969, the U.S. Mint decided to honor him with a new dollar coin. The first Eisenhower dollar, minted in 1971, had proven to be a hit with collectors, and by 1974, the coin's design had already established itself as a symbol of American strength and history. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar, just like its predecessors, was minted in both circulation and proof versions. The design, created by U.S. Mint engraver Frank Gasparo, is an impressive representation of Eisenhower's legacy. On the obverse, we see a portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower, a solemn and dignified profile that captures his commanding presence as a leader. The image of Eisenhower on the coin is as powerful as the man himself, an enduring reminder of his contributions to American history, but it's the reverse of the coin that truly tells a story. The design features an eagle in flight, with an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing peace, while the moon looms in the background, a tribute to the Apollo program and the success of the moon landing in 1969. The eagle, soaring through the sky, is a symbol of American power and freedom, while the moon represents the nation's ambitions and the triumph of science and technology. The reverse design is a testament to the optimism and determination that characterized the United States during the 1960s and early 1970s. While the coin's design is undoubtedly powerful, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar had an interesting journey when it came to circulation. This coin, with its large size, 38.1 millimeters in diameter and 22.68 grams in weight, wasn't the most practical for everyday use. The Eisenhower dollar was significantly larger than other coins in circulation, making it cumbersome for regular transactions. As a result, the coin saw less use in daily commerce and became more of a collector's item. But the 1974 Eisenhower dollar wasn't just any ordinary coin. It was minted at several U.S. Mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These facilities produced millions of Eisenhower dollars, but it was the proof coins, the ones created with extra care and a special minting process, that would catch the eye of collectors. Proof coins were struck with high-quality dies and polished to a mirror-like finish, making them particularly attractive to numismatists and investors. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar, especially those proof versions, became highly sought after by collectors for several reasons. The coin's design, historical significance, and the relatively small number of proof coins produced contributed to its appeal. But what truly set the 1974 Eisenhower dollar apart was its potential for rarity, particularly in certain mint marks and grades. Coins with high-quality finishes and those that were minted in limited quantities or with minting errors would go on to become valuable treasures for coin collectors. One of the key factors that made the 1974 Eisenhower dollar so appealing to collectors was its relatively low production numbers. While the U.S. Mint had minted millions of these coins, certain versions, especially those with higher grades, became difficult to find. The coins minted at the San Francisco Mint, in particular, were often produced as proof coins, and these versions are the ones that tend to fetch the highest prices on the market today. But beyond the design and minting process, it's the collector's market that has truly driven the 1974 Eisenhower dollar's value. Numismatists are always on the lookout for coins that are rare, well-preserved, and have the potential for long-term value. As more and more people became interested in coin collecting throughout the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the demand for high-quality Eisenhower dollars surged. Coins with exceptional grades, those rated MS 67 or higher, have seen significant appreciation in value over the years. The value of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar can vary significantly depending on its condition, mint mark, and rarity. While most coins from 1974 are relatively easy to find in circulation, those that are well-preserved and graded highly can command prices well above their face value. A typical 1974 Eisenhower dollar, in average circulated condition, might only fetch a few dollars at most, but as the coin's grade improves, so too does its value. The real surprise, however, comes when you look at the most valuable examples of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar. High-grade proof coins, those that are flawless and come from limited mintage runs, can fetch impressive sums at auction. Some of the finest examples of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar, especially those with the S mint mark and graded at MS 67 or higher, have sold for astonishing prices. In fact, certain coins have been known to command prices as high as $78,700. Yes, you heard that right. Over $78,000 for a single coin that was originally worth just $1 SO. What's behind this incredible value? It's a combination of factors: the historical significance of the coin, its attractive design, the rarity of high-grade examples, and the growing interest in coin collecting. For many collectors, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar represents a unique opportunity to own a piece of American history while also investing in something that could yield significant returns. The appeal of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is more than just its financial potential, though. It's a coin that symbolizes a moment in time, an era when the United States was moving through both challenges and triumphs. The coin serves as a reminder of the political and social climate of the 1970s, as well as the technological achievements that defined the decade. It is, in many ways, a symbol of American resilience, optimism, and ambition. For those who are fortunate enough to own a 1974 Eisenhower dollar in pristine condition, it can serve as a tangible connection to that time. It's a piece of the past, one that tells a story of a nation at a crossroads, balancing political unrest with technological innovation and global leadership. And if you happen to have one of these coins in your collection, you might just be holding on to a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1974 Eisenhower dollar, take a moment to appreciate its history. And if you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition or with a rare mint mark, you might just be holding a coin worth much more than its face value. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar is a reminder that sometimes, even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value, and that history, quite literally, is in the palm of your hand. As coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, the value of coins like the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is only likely to increase. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the world of numismatics, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is a coin that deserves your attention. It's a piece of American history, a stunning example of minting craftsmanship, and, for the lucky few, a valuable treasure that could be worth far more than you ever expected.